Hi everyone, welcome back. I just wanted to do a quick video about my comments yesterday about Inglot. I got a lot of questions about Inglot after I posted my video of the review of IMATS, and so I thought I could post a separate video just on this to just clear the air. And please don't hate me for my comments. I believe in certain things and certain principles, and you're welcome to your opinions, and I'm sure that you have good reasons to have your opinions, but please don't go and hate me for just not agreeing with everything any brand does. So I'm just going to give you some background story. I called up Inglot at the beginning of the year to find out their prices, since they don't do online shopping at least not in the UK, and they only have one store which is in London, and I live near London, but I'm not going to go into London just to buy some makeup, sorry. And I like to plan quite a lot, and I had my budget and I wanted so many different things, so I had to kind of plan my budget and kind of prioritize what I definitely wanted to buy. So I called them up and I was told that the square eyeshadow palettes that have 10 eyeshadows cost £35, and that the palette with 10 round eyeshadows cost £32. The price difference of £3 is explained by the square palettes, the square eyeshadows having a bit more product than the round pans eyeshadows. So I thought, okay, I didn't want to ask for a discount, but I obviously went with £35 and just calculated my budget around that. If they were going to be cheaper, which I expected, seeing that IMATS is for pros, or at least is targeted for pros, I thought, okay, I'll buy 3 palettes, because that will just work out as about £90. Well, not 90, £105, and I thought that was okay for 3 palettes. So I actually heard some speculations that they were going to be £25 instead of £35. So when I got there, it was a great store. They were well organised, it looked sleek, it looked professional. They had good they had a great setup, and they were really professional in terms of serving the people that wanted to buy stuff. So I started putting my palettes together, and I got so many colours I kind of got carried away with it. Never mind. I mean, you've seen my 3 palettes that I bought in the end, and yeah, so when I went to buy them, but to actually pay for them, I realised that the 10 square eyeshadow palette would cost £41, which is £6 more than retail. So I got a bit sceptical, and I was like, how's that these are more expensive than in the shop? So they told me that the palettes are now £58 instead of £35, and I think that's just ridiculous. I think that works out as a 67% price increase compared to the old one. It's over £20 more than £23 it is more than the original price, and that is just not on. That's almost from the original price. That's almost an hour palette. So I ended up buying the round eyeshadows, which obviously have less product. I mean, they're still great, don't get me wrong, but they cost £32 including the discount, and that's £2 less than the original retail price for the bigger eyeshadows. So for me, again, I think that's a rip-off. I mean, yeah, they are great value for the money, and I'm sure that the products are even worth £60, but a brand that hasn't been around for so long, like compared to MAC, who I think can get away with, selling half the product for the same price with the pigments, for example. I don't approve of that, but they can surely get away with it because they have been established for so long and they know what they're doing, and they're owned by Estee Lauder. But up until 2 years ago, I had never heard of Inglot in my life, and yes, a lot of people have been raving about them in the last couple of months, but that doesn't justify that. That just doesn't justify the fact that they increased the price by £23. That's just, I'm sorry, that's just not on for me. And I think they my assumption is that they banked on people obviously not finding the price unless they called up the shop, because they don't have any information on that on their online website, their website. So I don't think a lot of people actually realised that there was a price increase because they didn't know the original retail price. And I think that's really unfair. I think taking people for money just because they can, it's just not fair. And I'm thinking, who do they think they are? I mean, as I said, they're not MAC or Bobbi Brown or Makeup Forever, or I don't know, brands that have been around for a lot longer. I mean, Yabby could easily increase their prices. I mean, they have become so popular, and yet still they remain the same prices, and they've remained the same prices for the last couple of, for the last 2 years that I've known of them. And that, I think that's great, and I don't know, I'm sorry, I just don't approve of that, and you're welcome to disagree with that, and I know that they're worth the money. It's just that principle of increasing price just because they can. For me, that's not on, and I think that those 3 palettes that I bought are going to be the only palettes that I'm going to ever buy from Inglot. Please try and convince me of your opinion. Please don't just hate me and tell me that I'm an idiot for, you know, having these standards and these principles. I just think it's not fair. We all are just trying to have fun or even make a living out of it. Like most of a lot of people that went to the IMATS are clearly professionals and make a living out of using products for their art, and I think it's not fair for them to suffer as well as we do. They're lucky enough that they can, you know, that they get the pro discount, so they shouldn't have to pay more than retail price, at least, not retail, and it's just, I don't know, it's just not fair. It's just cashing into a hype, and I don't know, but that's just my opinion. Please, you know, post your comments below. I understand if you don't agree with me. Please don't just write that I'm an idiot. I would appreciate constructive criticism and constructive feedback. And yeah, so I hope that helped you understand my point of view. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye!